Let's use RFSlant and RCSlant in order to create a kind of a culvert tunnel type effect. So let me do this and I'll talk you through it, and when we're finished you'll see where I'm going with it. So we do Alt-E, we come into the editor, I go to Domains, and I'm going to click Add. Now let's do this as RFSlant. The ceiling is going to be 192, which is the ceiling of our main tunnel, but I want the floor to be at 128. Our wall is 192 tall, which is 3 chunks of 64, so we divided it in thirds basically. So let's go over to walls. Let's put a beginning wall in here, make sure that it points to domain 1. And then we bring this down and we navigate to points, and we're going to set this point at 64. And this point we will also do at 64. So that means that the height of that floor is going to be 128 plus 64, or 192. So let's drag this over, and actually let's drag that out. However, you won't be able to see this. You won't be able to see exactly what it's like. So let's do it this way. Alright, so we'll save, load, take a peek, check it out. We'll do another one. So we add, go over to walls, make sure this points to 2. Navigate to points. We're going to raise this up 64. That's what this Z does, it raises it up on the RF slant. I'll take that all the way out, bring this in, save, load, take a peek. Check it out. Now we're going to work with RCSlants in order to do the floor bits. So we click Add, change this to RCSlant, and in this case the floor height will be 0 and the ceiling height of this will be 0. Come over and lay this down. Remember, this has to be domain 3. Double check down below. Yes, it's 3. Make our slant. Navigate to points. And this time we're going to raise up the outside point 64. Raise up this point 64. Pop that in. Save, load, take a peek. It's working out. Now we need to add one more. It's still carrying forward the RC slant from the previous one, so we're in good shape. Lay in the wall, make sure it points to domain 4. Now in this case We're going to raise up the left outside point 64. Raise this up 64. Navigate back to walls. And let's see, let's drag this out. Go to domain, stack that. And now we have a nice culvert, and we got our head stuck in it. Alt E, Alt L to load. Go back over. Alright, so there's a minor issue. That's not for you to worry about. That's a programmer's glitch. And as soon as we show this to Dick, he will work on it in his copious free time. If we can reproduce it. And at the moment, it doesn't look like we're reproducing it. So, one slight change. We come down here to walls, and we're going to drag these down. Now, you see I'm not able to get a hold of that little wall that I'm going to try zooming in. I'm still not getting it, so I'm going to change this to 32. Now I can highlight it. I'm going to go over to Objects, and while we're on 32, I bring us out into the middle, save, load, and here we have our nice little tunnel made with RCSlants and RFSlants. Give it a shot. I think if you can successfully work your way through this demonstration and actually reproduce it, you will have handled several very tricky issues, not the least of which is learning to make your walls so they don't overlap and then drag them in later. You saw how I did that. So give it a shot. Don't be surprised if something goes wrong the first couple times. This can be a little bit tricky. There's some best practices that you will need to learn to make this work out. Alright, take care.